Hello! So today I'm going to be doing the mid-year check-in book tag. I was tagged by Sam over at Sarcasm and Sci-Fi, and I'll put a link to her video in the description. So let's get straight to it. How many books have I read so far this year? I'm standing at 29 right now. Which I think is about where I was planning to be at this time. I'll have to double check. So I don't know exactly which week this is, but I wanted to do one book a week at least. So I think I'm about right. What's my favorite book so far this year? Second question. That one's a little hard, but it's definitely between The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which was really good. It's definitely a book I'd recommend. It's a self-help book, and it's not really about not giving a fuck. It's about learning to give a fuck about the right sort of stuff. I like that. And the other one is a fantasy book, and that is Crestomancy by Diane Wynne Jones. And I haven't done a book review on this one yet, but I'm planning on whenever I get to read around this, because this is a volume. It has the first two books in it. So whenever I get around to reading the second book, then I'll do a book review on that. Those two. Now, what's my most disappointing book this year? It's actually hard. It's kind of a three-way tie right now, but since I read the other ones on Kindle, I'll just go with this, which is Unfuck Yourself by Gary John Bishop. It was just it was a little more on the pessimistic side for me. I may or may not get rid of that. I don't know. The other two books that are kind of disappointing was the first two Castback books from Edgar Rice Burroughs, The Land That Time Forgot and The People That Time Forgot. And yeah, those are weird. They were written in I think the 1920s, about there. But Jesus, that guy is so sexist. It is just so sexist. Was they written back then? I don't know. It seems like it's not that old, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was written in the 40s. And either way, that shit is super sexist. That is crazy stuff. Next, what genre have I read most this year? That's actually almost a tie, because I've read 13 fantasy books, but I've also read 12 self-help books. So it's not exactly a tie, but I'm going to call it close enough, because I'm in the middle of reading a self-help book right now. So, those two, which for me, it's not surprising. I was going through a real self-help phase earlier in this year because I was quitting my job and starting this new one, which I kind of am starting to hate, and I'm hopefully going to get a new job. The office manager at a rehab facility, which should be pretty interesting if I get it, which I'm kind of hoping I do. So fingers crossed. Then let's see, our next question is, name a new favorite author that you've discovered this year. That's going to be Garth Nix, who wrote Sabriel, which I think I did a review on. If not, I'll end up doing a review on it, because it was really good. Though I did have high hopes for it, because it's been recommended a lot by so many people. And it's actually a really good book. It has a very interesting magic system. It deals with bells, which is odd but cool. Now, what's the most surprisingly good book that you've read this year? And that's actually going to be not this book, but the first book in the series. So it was The Blessing Way by Tony Hillerman. And this is the second book that I haven't finished yet, which is Dance of the Dead by Tony Hillerman. And they're not normally my cup of tea, because they're mysteries, and then they're not really the teacup mysteries, I guess. They're not really the old woman solving funny crimes. It's set on a Navajo Reservation, and it's actually pretty good. I was surprised. I was recommended it by a friend, so I borrowed the first book and read it, and then I went out and bought the second book at the used bookstore, which I love. And so I'm actually, maybe if they keep on staying the same, I'll probably end up getting the whole series because they've been fun so far. What are your favorite and most anticipated 2018 releases this year? Well, duh. So I'm only really looking forward to one book coming out this year. I'm not big on keeping up with which. Well, I mean, there's only a few series that I'm actively like, I need the next one. Cause it'll just drive myself crazy thinking about that kind of stuff. And that's Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, which is a sci-fi book, I believe. And I'm pretty sure it was labeled as epic fantasy, but it's about a spaceship, so I don't think it's going to be fantasy. Who knows? But I'm really looking forward to that. And that comes out in November. What's your next big priority for your reading? And I really want to finish Wheel of Time. That's going to take me a bit, but I'm really want to do it. I'm only 4 books into a 15 book series, if you include the prequel, I think. So I don't want to. I mean, I really want to, but it's like overwhelming because each of those books is like, but I'll get it done eventually. What's been your bookish highlight of the year so far? You know what, starting the channel has been really good. Then actually getting subscribers, which, I mean, I have like 32 now, which I'm really happy about. I really didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think anyone would watch me. I feel very awkward still in front of the camera, even though I've been told that I don't come off that way. But yeah, I still feel nervous in front of a camera, so I figured no one would watch me because I'm weird. And then the very last thing, who do I tag? So I don't really know a lot of people on here yet, so I'm just going to tag Jesus, Santa, and the Easter Bunny. And I'll expect good videos from you guys. And that's going to be it. I will see you guys later. Have a great day.